Clever Tiger. Chapter 1, The Peaceful Herd. Once upon a time, in a dense and vibrant forest, there lived a harmonious herd of tigers. These tigers were not like any other tigers, they had learned to live together in peace and harmony. The forest was their home, and they had built a strong bond based on trust, cooperation, and mutual respect. The herd of tigers had a wise and aging leader who had guided them for many years. As time passed, the leader grew frail and weak, unable to carry out his duties effectively. Sensing the need for a new leader, the chief tiger made an important announcement. Chapter 2, The Quest for a New Leader. The chief gathered the entire herd of tigers and declared, "It is time to find a new leader who will guide us with wisdom and intelligence. To determine the next chief, I shall pose a question. Whoever can answer it correctly shall be our new leader." The question posed by the chief was, "How many birds are there in our forest?" The tigers were perplexed, as counting birds was not a task they usually undertook. They had always focused on their own tiger affairs rather than keeping count of the forest's avian population. Chapter 3, Jacob's Insightful Answer. Among the tigers was a tiger named Jacob, known for his exceptional intellect and keen observation. Jacob was not one to blindly follow others, he sought knowledge and understanding. Intrigued by the chief's question, he embarked on a journey of observation and exploration. Jacob ventured into the forest, his keen eyes scanning the treetops, listening to the rustling leaves, and observing the patterns of the birds. He noticed that birds would often fly out of the forest in search of food, while others would fly in from distant lands to find sustenance among the trees. Chapter 4, Jacob's Calculated Response. On the day of the selection, as the tigers gathered, the old leader posed the question once more, "How many birds are there in our forest?" One by one, the tigers attempted to answer, but their guesses were inconsistent and inaccurate. Finally, it was Jacob's turn. With a calm demeanor, he replied, "There are exactly 1,000 birds in our forest." The other tigers were astonished at his precise answer, wondering how he had arrived at such a conclusion. Jacob explained his reasoning. If the count were lower than 1,000, it would mean that birds often fly outside the forest to search for food. On the other hand, if the count were higher, it would suggest that birds from other places visit our forest for nourishment. Chapter 5, Jacob becomes the leader. The old tiger listened attentively to Jacob's explanation, recognizing the intelligence and wisdom behind his answer. The old leader was impressed by Jacob's keen observation, his ability to think critically, and the wisdom he had displayed. With great admiration, the old leader declared, "Jacob, your insightful answer has proven your intelligence and understanding of our forest. Today, I pass on the leadership to you. May you guide our herd with the same wisdom that brought you here today." And so, Jacob became the new leader of the herd of tigers, steering them forward with his wisdom and intelligence. Under his guidance, the tigers continued to live in peace and harmony, their forest thriving with the joyous chirping of birds and the roar of contented tigers. The end.